I think it looks like a real eyesore here, and I'm surprised they are cleaning up with such kids gloves, because usually when it's something that people need to correct, they usually come in and make a point to to make it a bad experience instead of a good experience. And this experience is bad as far as on the community, because people need to make a point to keep their spaces and the surrounding areas immaculate, and not be loud at night, and just anything that would bother people that are going to work every day, you kind of got to shy away from, and realize that you purposely being the guy that's decided, you know what, I'm not going to pay bills or join the rat race. So, he's some special guy, he's storing the smart way. Well, the smart way is that he needs to realize that and apply it accordingly and to the community he's in, and say, hey, man, I should do some extra stuff around here and that looks bad, I should pick it up, because I live in this community, but I'm not under the same pressures and have the same costs as these people. So I need to pick up where they would do it if they had the time or ability, but they're out working and stuff. So that's what people should do. But they don't do that. They're just making a big, look at that mess right there. It's like, come on, people make messes. Life makes messes. When you have fun, you make a mess. But the whole point is clean up the mess. If you're not cleaning up the mess, you're just adding to shit. I'm sorry for the language, but you're just adding to the crap. And people don't like crap. People don't go to work all week and pay a lot of money for a place to come to the spot, and it's like, oh, it's home, sweet home, and then there's crap everywhere. Somebody took a poop in the alley, and it's like, come on, guys, And the only solution I feel like to this whole situation is, I hate to say it, but to have a designated area for the people that want to be outside, and if they're not in that area, then they're going to jail, because that's the whole point. Is like, if you want to do that, this is the area you do it in, because it's an obvious clash with people that are doing something else. And it doesn't have to be a tent city or a crappy place. It's just a designated space, and inside of that space, you can't do whatever you want either. You got to keep yourself a certain way and stuff. It's just there's levels to everything, so there's levels to this, and it should be only two different sides. There should be the people that are working, they pay their bills, they're out there, and then the people that don't want to be in a house because whatever, and they don't want to work because whatever, but they still keep their stuff a certain way and still give back where they're at, and that should be only two. The people that are like just coming here and, oh, I can live on the beach for free, and then they're peeing and pooping and leaving all their trash and yelling at night and just being just total like negative to the scene. That's the problem. And so the solution would be to just say, hey, you guys got to do that. But if somebody could find a situation where private property owner or business put them on the spot to be out and they're outside, then that would pass for having to be at that designated area, because that'd be a designated area, obviously. So that would be the solution, I feel, because the only thing that can happen is whatever the little codes they make and things and that and the other, it's still going to get overrun. The overrun is happening because you have way too many options. So the two options are either get your ass a job, pay rent, do like everybody else, and if you're not going to do it, this is the area for that. And then nobody can complain, but the only thing they complain about is about themselves, because they still have to take care of the crap. And what's the place for people that not willing to take care of their space and treat other areas like crap? Well, I hate to say it, but they could make an area for that, but probably the landfill. So that's.
Well, where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Kentucky. Yeah.
How long you been out here?
I've been out here this time for 3 years, almost 3.5 years.
What kind of work do you do, or did you do?
Well, right now I'm going through the Social Security disability process, and I was, state of California said I should go through it back in '96, and I didn't follow through. So I never wanted to be on government services or money handed out, because I just don't feel, it doesn't make somebody feel good just to get a check every month and they're not doing anything. So I finally this time started the process, and that's what I'm waiting on to figure that out. But at the same time, I was a moving company foreman here in Austin, Texas. For here it was in Inglewood, a lady from Peru that had a hiding and moving, and I was the foreman. And then my dad was a thoroughbred horse trainer, so I've been licensed in 5 states, including California. My last license was from 2015 to 2020 because I worked at fair. And then the other job would be, I don't know, that's pretty much my 2 main jobs. But I'm an entertainer. I was in a band here for a while, so I'm trying to get back into that. But I can't do anything that's extra until I get the basics down. So I don't want to reinsert myself into a place to stay, a job, or whatever, and then fail again. So it's kind of like it's like waiting for the surfing. You're waiting for that right wave so you can make it all the way to shore.
So are you looking for housing now?
Well, I'm not looking for housing. I'm just trying to go through the Social Security process. That would be guaranteed a certain amount of money a month. So then you have to find a place that you can afford, and it's the easy part after that. So I hate to even try to get on Social Security disability, but mentally, I'm smart. I'm creative. I'm all these things. But like Rain Man was introvert and very annoying. I'm actually Sun Man, who's extrovert and annoying. So I'll come up to anybody, a random person, and say, "Hey, how you doing?" Like I've known them all my life, and they look at me funny, and then I talk too much. And all these things are annoyances. I've gotten fired for a job from annoyances. So basically, that can be a no-go for some people in the world. If you're too annoying, nobody wants to work with you. So, but anyway, that's what I'm working on, and I hope I haven't annoyed any of your people. But I feel like I would definitely like to be a word or a voice in this whole homeless situation thing, because I've lived it for a long time in different places across the country. I know what it's like. I know what it is. I'm able to be honest as far as what needs to be done, what can't be done, and all these things. And that's what it comes down to. So.
Do you have a social media if somebody wants to reach out to you? And
no, I had a MySpace, and that's been a long time. And I'm not big on social media, but it's big on me. I had a TikTok video that I did some reggae flow for a random guy that was interviewing one of me finished lyrics of the song. And it got 4 million views.
Wow.
and 700,000 likes. So that was about a year and a half ago. So.
But you don't have your own YouTube,
No, but I did just
Facebook?
get a book that says it's called YouTube Secrets. So maybe I should look into that, because you can make money off of YouTube, obviously, and it tells you the correct ways about doing that. So that might be my thing. If I could just get my own page and just be a what do you call that word?
A YouTuber.
Somebody that's not a celebrity, but
Influencer.
just a person that people want to.
Entertainer.
Yeah, they want to hang out with you, but they don't have to hang out with you in person, and you can turn you off anytime they want, and that'd be better, because people don't like to sit there and be like, you know what, you're annoying, can you go away? Instead, they could just end the video or pause it or do whatever they want.
Nice. Well, nice talking to you.
Yes,
huh?
sir. And, you guys just bear with the situation, and just the goal to work for is to get everybody in a position where, if you're going to be outside, if you're going to go against the grain and be a counterculture person, you have a responsibility to be, number one, good representation of that, and then also number two, to just you have to go above and beyond when you do things, and that helps people not have too much hate, and dissipate that, and still can be individualized and say, oh, you know what, here, there's a homeless guy in the alley. Oh no, that's such and such. He's good to go. And that would be a nice way for people to process the homeless people, but it's gotten so overran and inundated that now when they say they have just automatic nervous reactions to it. They lock the doors. You ask them what time it is. They say, no, I'm sorry, I don't have anything. It's just all these things are because they've been barrage, and I don't have any animosity towards them. I understand it. So people are people. So if I can't understand it and understand that and go accordingly, then how can I expect them to understand what I'm doing and go accordingly? So that's what it starts with you. You have to check yourself for self-respect, and then life is easy after that.
Now it looks like you don't have much stuff here, and I see some other people who really have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I want to kind of like bag on those people, but I have to say, no pun intended. But I actually had that issue also, and how I've led to getting to this, besides a bunch of crap, is a lady put me up in a place that's trying to help me and everything, and with a little bit of niceness, instead of sleeping on hard thing or uncomfortabilities, a little bit of niceness and her telling me, hey, you don't need all this crap and that. I realized that, and now I appreciate that and I like it, so I'm not having all the crap. And so that's what it takes sometimes. It takes people to get a taste of something. If they've been away from something for a long time, they get a taste of it, they're more than likely to develop a liking for it. So you gotta develop a liking for the way the work and the paying the bills, and you want to develop a dislike for the other way. So that's why I said it originally. I wanted to bag on the people because I've developed a disliking for that. It's all about habits are like that. If you got a habit and you want to break it, you have to just not hate, but you just have to just feel disgusted about the habit or about whatever you're trying to do, and disgust, not hate.
Like hit bottom.
Huh?
Like hit the bottom.
Yeah, and the word disgust is two words. There's actually two words that sound like that, but they're spelled different. They mean something different, but actually they mean the same, because disgust is what you feel about a certain thing, and disgust means that you already talked about it, so that's why you feel that way. And this is what people don't want to hear when they're like they've gotten in a mode of like getting up, doing all their hygiene and their coffee, and they get a little bit of time, and they finally got in a mode where they can make it to work on time because traffic's terrible and all that, and then they hear this, and it leads to a start of a bad day, and they didn't even cause it, and they were doing good. So you can't be a negative when people are trying to do what's necessary for them to feel good about themselves in their lives and be a positive thing. So it's just positives and negatives. Is there more positives than negatives to letting homeless people run rampant? Heck no. So that doesn't mean they can't exist. It just means that you got to try and you want to tip the scales to the positive side, and the only way to do that is what I explained a little bit earlier. So, but yeah. If anybody's wanting to try this life out and say, hey, I don't want to pay bills no more and I want to sleep in the concrete and deal with all this madness, it's not. And when it's all said and done, this ground's getting no softer. I'm 47, and and I owe it to myself to treat myself better. You know what I mean? And God gives you all these things. He gives you a lot of blessings. I'm healthy. I'm a white American. I'm male. He gives you all these things. I'm smart. I have skills and talents. Why am I not, capitalizing on those things? Because I'm a kid still. I didn't grow up. Kids, they pout and they throw tantrums and they're stubborn, and they won't. No matter what, they're not going to do something because somebody told them it was the wrong way or told them that this is the right way. That's what I've been dealing with myself. So once I get that knocked out of there, life would be better. I just made it really difficult for myself. So, hey, some people do that,
What about substance abuse? Do you think that's a factor for...
The substance abuse, for me, any substance abuse I've experienced came with being in this realm, being around the people that substance abuse. And what I want to say is this, is that everybody needs a decompression tool. Now, the best decompression tool is healthy exercise. Ride a bike, swim, surf, dance, sexual things, whatever that's healthy. And we all know what's healthy and good for us, in our own minds. We just try to deny it sometimes, but everybody knows. So yeah, you got to get addicted to the healthy things and do away with the unhealthy things. And it takes time, takes baby steps, and it takes number one, it takes a desire to change. And we all desire to change, but do you make the steps? That's key. I've desired to change for the last 3.5 years that I've been out here, but I've just been spinning my wheels. So now that I'm starting to see, like, I got in the backyard of a lady's house and I got a shower that I can take all the time, I'm starting to get, make that transition. Everybody's going to be different, but love is patient. So if you're really trying to help homeless people and you really want to see a change and them get in place and do all the good things, you just have to be patient. But you don't have to be. But then that makes you part of the negative once you make that. It's life is tough because to love means to sacrifice and to suffer most of the time. But it's not sacrificial or suffering if that's what your goal is and trying to do. So it's, hey, you can take the high road or the low road. It's whatever you want. And that's free will. And my free will is to say, you know what? I'm tired of I'm tired of the people out here that are trashing and negative, because it's just making my lifestyle look like a big eyesore and pride. I don't know, but the main thing is just I want you guys to know, no matter what, hate is not a place to put anything. You have to individualize no matter what, and I'm really impressed with the police here, because yesterday I was in a tent on the beach, and you're not supposed to have tents on the beach. I knew that, but I was just there to visit somebody and try to get him to come to the house I'm at, and the police came and they actually individualized, like, oh, we know you. You've been out here a while and you've never gave us any problems. So they gave me a ticket, but it wasn't a ticket because they're backlogged, number one, and they're allowing them to have individualism, and that's good, because if you're allowing the police to have individualism, they're less likely to have hate. So keep in mind, that just be individualized with all people, and don't group people into certain groups. But and then that way, no matter what, you'll for yourself be healthy and wholesome. Because hate is like, I would say it's like barnacles. You know what I mean? And barnacles are cute and they're little and they serve a purpose, but you don't want to have barnacles. You know what I mean? Because your ship is not going to sail too well. And we're all basically ships setting the sail. We're ships waiting to sail. A lot of people never set the ship to sail, because what good is a ship that's sitting docked at harbor? It's like a horse was made to run around, not be in a stall. These things. So people were made to work and normally and pay bills. So it's just you can go against the grain, but don't make it everybody's like what do you call that word when you're like, just don't make it every people's like what's that, abrasive. Don't make your abrasive their abrasive, because
don't make
you're
it their
making yourself abrasive. You're more likely to make theirs abrasive. But if you can figure out how to not to, then that means that you give a crap and understand everything, and you're able to do that. Then that's when you can win as this lifestyle. Otherwise, you're just fooling everybody and yourself, and it's going to be abrasive. So I'm sorry I talk so much, but if this is something where people can choose to listen to you or not, then maybe that's the way I should go. Because
so what are you going to do now?
What am I going to do now? I'm going to go back to where I stay in the backyard of the house and take a shower, eat some good vegan food.
Are you vegan?
I'm going towards that, because meat just backlogs your body, and anything dead food is going to just be rotten in there and stuff. I've known this for a long time, but no, it's the healthiest way. So I owe it to myself to be the healthiest, strongest, fit, mentally, all that stuff I can be. Then I know what things that aren't bad or good. And I hate to say goodbye to soda, but that's a bad one. So, but yeah, you guys keep in tune with this, and I'm sure they'll get it figured out. But just like I said, keep it individual, and you'll see a residual.
Awesome. Well, thanks for talking to me.
That's what I'm good at. So,
are you okay if I put this on YouTube and share with my followers?
Of course, because I'm not ashamed of my situation. I am ashamed of the way it's turned into with all these people doing what they do, and I'm not perfect either. I've made messes and all that stuff. But no, number one is that I want, if they want to see what an honest guy that's been out here for a long time, his opinion and thoughts, then maybe they'll say, hey, see, that guy knows, he's got it right, and then that means that it's not a total, like, we can't have a total loss, because if there's one still, it's like a lit candle or a lit flame. If there's still a flame, there's still the possibility of it being able to light other flames. If there's no flame, it's over. So a flame is somebody that has it right, even though it appears to be a wrong situation. So just guys, just be a flame, light other people's flames for good things, and life can be good, the world can get better, and that's about it.
All right. Well, God bless you, my friend. Thanks. Nice talking to you.
It's part of COVID thing. It was always going to be
I
temporary.
like those lunches.
Yeah, me too.
People that knocked those lunches didn't know what hungry was. I appreciate your work, though. Hope they don't lose the contract based on some crappy people that work for you guys.
Right. Well, I think that was part of it. I think the timing being so close to that event, I think it has to be delayed.
Yeah, I'm sure there's great guys. Great lots of people that went all out and didn't milk the work.
Well, yeah.
So.
I never threw any lunches away.
And you never went shopping.
And you know what?
Did you ever go shopping at the mall while you were on the job?
No.
So yeah, it sucks when that happens because
The thing that was so upsetting was it was by the box full.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean by the cases of them?
Yeah.
Well, was it because they just didn't have anybody to hand them out to, or they just didn't want to? Like phone books. It's like phone books, huh?
There's stuff in there that never goes bad. Water doesn't go bad.
Yeah, but it's just like phone books thing. It's like, I'm sure there's numbers that never get disconnected, but But hey, try to eat a phone book and still be hungry. But so that's the bad part about that. But yeah, I hope you keep your job at least. And a lot of those guys went to the city. They got like earmarked for the city. If you're a contract worker for the city, that's the benefit of working for the city. That's possibility. Going to contract work is possibility. So, is that something you want to do? Work for the city?
I'm open.
Would you take the job?
Sure.
They're hiring. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
I would do it. I wouldn't mind doing it because what better job than serve where you live? You know what I mean? It's an admirable job. Nobody's gonna knock it, and you can pay for everything with it, and you'll feel good about what you're doing. Even the guys that clean the bathrooms, no matter what, if they go somewhere in society and say, "What do you do?" I work for the city. Oh well, yeah. Come and see my daughter. Oh yes. Whatever. Come to my wedding. It's one of in court. Hey, what do you do? I work for the city. Oh, we're just gonna give him probation one time. It's one of the jobs. So I think I would do it for sure. So, I just gotta get all my other crap in order, and I wouldn't want to embarrass you if I had the job. But I hope you get it figured out, and I hope you, because I've ran into you several times, and you got your shit together. You know what I mean? You're on point, and it's good because I'm not, so I can say, well,
I'd say you're all right.
yeah, but I used to have a cart. Remember a big cart with all the crap on it? But I phased out of that cart, and just you got to start doing things different to have a final difference. Got to start.
It's never too late.
Never too late. It is. It's never too late until it is, right? Just like the song November Rain. The last line of it is like, nothing lasts forever, not even the November rain. So that's a good song. Anyway, yeah, I hope. Tell them you want some lunches, because there's one guy out here that will take them.
Sounds good. Okay.
All right, I gotta get going before I get dislocated.
All right.
No pun intended. All right, thanks. All right, here it comes. I forgot my broom. That's the only way I can let people know I'm an all right guy out here. If you have a broom, then at least you're trying to clean up your mess, That should be a requirement if somebody's on the street. You gotta have a broom.
Hey, that is him. He's just older now. How long ago was that? Oh, that's when he came out about 15 years ago. Easy. More than that. More than that, like 20 at least.